Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. This is Talkin Shit. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Draven Grimes. That's Thump Dupree. I don't know. We're gonna talk some Moms of Liberty stuff, some other kind of nonsense, and a college dropout is even dumber than I ever thought. We'll be back, and we're about to talk some shit. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm good. Very good. Very tired, but very good.
What's new and exciting in y'all's world?
Okay, I'm good, not great. Here's why. I turn on the news and there's a story about LeBron James last night during the national anthem, not kneeling, just sitting down like fuck it. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a big LeBron James fan or a basketball fan for that matter because I'm 5'10" and not necessarily vertically challenged, but to them I am. I couldn't dunk a basketball with a gun to my head for sure. Not a big basketball person. I didn't have a real big problem with guys when they were kneeling for the national anthem because they were trying, and I get it. It didn't bother me that much because at least they were doing something and they weren't being disrespectful to me.
Right.
They were still and they were quiet. But just sitting down in your seat when you are a gazillionaire that has made your money off of veterans and taxpayers and veterans that have probably sacrificed family members for our freedom. And I know they don't think about that shit. They're thinking about, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like, the cops beat up my brother, or I don't give, I don't. But people don't understand the national anthem our national anthem is actually a tribute to, well, I wouldn't say a tribute, but it's an anthem about the defense of this country. It was written during a battle during the Revolutionary War.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Scott Key. And that said, it is very disrespectful towards people who have fought, served, died, or been hurt for this country, and for LeBron James of all people. Of course, I haven't heard a statement from him, but frankly, I don't really fucking care. I don't really care what his reason is. Blatantly sit down like you don't give a shit when you are actually with a local point of a particular sport. To me, it's fucking disgusting, and I wouldn't piss on his fucking ass if he got caught on fire. And before any idiots out there decide that you want to think this is a race issue, it's not. It's not even a social justice issue. If you're a fucking asshole, disrespectful fucking asshole thing. I wouldn't care if it was John Stockton or Larry Bird. I would say the same fucking thing. It's disgusting. And the NBA should fine him a lot and sitting down for the game so that he can learn to appreciate what this country has given him and the opportunities that it's given him. Of course, he'll say, I created my own opportunities and all that winner chicken dinner bullshit. But I don't know how you guys feel about it. That's my take as a combat veteran of this country. There's a lot of guys out there that would love to be playing basketball, but they are 6 feet under because they fought for this country.
Hey, hold up, Thump. sorry to do this, but I need you to point the fan a different way. It's just you can keep it on, just don't point it towards the.
That.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Much better.
So how do you guys feel about this issue?
We have a lot of veterans in my family. Obviously, very close to you. My best friend was a veteran of the first Gulf War. So I'm very pro military, obviously pro America. So it bothers me to see that, especially when this country has given these people such, so many advantages. The wealth. I mean, he could, but but on the other hand, I am a big proponent of the Constitution, and they have the right to express themselves. I think it's shitty, but I don't think the right should be taken away by any means. I just think it looks bad upon someone's character.
I mean, I have the right to stand on my hands while I'm taking a piss in a public restroom and piss all over the floor. But it's still fucked up. And like I said, I did not have that big of a problem with the guys that knelt, because it was more of a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of took that outlook on it, like you're saying, that I fought for them to have the right to be able to do that. But it wasn't disrespectful. It was, yeah, there was people that were up in arms. Oh my God, they're burning jerseys and flipping the fuck out with why you would quit watching football because 7 guys on your team are protesting for social justice. To me is asinine. But I get it. There's some people out there that are a little bit on the south side of things. And they see it a certain way. They just see it a certain fucking way, and that boat won't float. I get it. But I didn't really have that big of a problem with it. For some reason, this bothers me, A, because of who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he is somebody that in the past has in his defense, has supported veterans' causes. I know that he went to Iraq and visited troops. I know that he went to Afghanistan and visited troops. So what the fuck, bro? Like, where did this come from? He has not spoken about it, and when he was questioned about it, he said no comment. So I don't understand, like, what the fuck, Did he not notice? I mean, he could have just easily said, "Oh my God, guys, I was really kind of like, kind of focused on a conversation I just had in the locker room, and I didn't realize it was playing." I mean, I'm sure when you're down on that court and you're getting ready to play or whatever, you go through. He could say almost anything and make me go, "Oh, okay, I can understand that one time."
Mm-hmm.
But he said no comment, and when he said no comment, that led me to believe that we're not going to get a comment out of him, and he's going to keep fucking doing it. And the problem that I have with that is when other people start doing it, and it starts to become a thing. What we should be protesting now, what we should be up in arms about now, is that our colleges and universities are actually becoming anti-Semites and are siding with our natural enemies. And that's all fine and good until one of them blows up the fucking building that 8 of their family members are in. Or goes to I keep waiting to hear about a college shooting from some guy named Ahmed that, that goes through fucking Louisiana Tech, LSU, and blows up 45 people. We'll see how fucking supportive they are of the Muslim cause then, or the Hamas cause, or I don't even know if it's I don't even think it's a Palestinian thing, because we've never claimed that Muslims and Palestinians were our enemies. It's Hamas, it's ISIS, it's the Taliban, it's Al Qaeda. I mean, it's we have natural enemies, and when we have protesters that are college kids, American-born college kids in our streets. I don't know if LeBron's trying to be part of that. I don't know what the fuck to think, man.
See, the problem is the university-age kids are now just they're just smart enough to be dangerous, but not smart enough to know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like the entire outlook of today's university student can be summed up in two non-sentences: America bad, white man bad. Period. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. People are out there like talking about how we need to be more like China, and they're fucking tankies. And if you don't know what a tanky is, that's old slang for communists. They're all socialists. They're all tankies. It's like America bad, Western society bad. It's unbelievable, and I don't know. The fact that none of those Ivy League school presidents could say what's going on to the Jewish students is not bullying. It amazes me. I mean, they're walking around colleges chanting "genocide the Jews, genocide the Jews," and these fucking college deans, they couldn't say that was bullying. I wish when they were being questioned by Congress, one of them would have said, what if we changed one word? What if they were chanting "genocide the trans people"? Would you say that was bullying at that point? Because they would. They would. If it was any other group of people, it would be nipped in the bud immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, people are completely comfortable treating Jews like shit. I mean, the shit I've seen in the news couldn't happen around me. Like last week, a Jewish woman in California was prevented from using the bathroom in a public place by these fucking little tanky bitches, like violently keeping her out of the bathroom. Like, and I'm like, one, that couldn't happen around me. There's not a fucking chance I would stand there and watch that shit happen. But two, even though I'm a little more abrasive than most, who the fuck could stand there and not say something? They were in a fucking store. It's like, come on, dog. What?
Here's my question. With the amount of dumb fuckerism as we're talking about here, how could they necessarily identify this one was a Jew?
Because she was probably more religious, and she probably had a long skirt on and hair covering and stuff like that. Yeah. There are ways, especially the more Orthodox people.
I mean, she might have had a Star of David on, somewhere.
I mean,
whether it be a bracelet or a necklace.
That must not be that big in Florida. I've never been able to walk around and go, "Oh, there's a Jewish," unless it was the guys with the.
Well, yeah, if you live anywhere near an Orthodox synagogue, you'll see them all walking to synagogue on Saturday mornings. Yeah. There's a big Jewish population in Mandarin, Jacksonville. And of course, South Florida is, Yeah,
both of them. I just don't, I guess in where I live, I don't see that much. And I certainly, I know what I would do if I saw that. I'd probably walk up and pee on the chicks that were giving a shit. Yeah. I don't have any tooth. I'll pee on a motherfucking dumbass bitch in a heartbeat.
Women walking the streets. Do not fear being attacked. Fear being pissed on.
Oh, there's another shit.
I'd walk up to I'd be like, "I'm Jewish. Block the bathroom. I dare you." Then I'd piss on them. Fuck it.
God damn.
Oh, that's my boy.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, Okay, let's say I was married to a Jewish woman, right? It doesn't necessarily make me Jewish. I was just maybe, I don't know, does it? No.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, I'm married to a Jewish woman. She wants to go fucking drop a deuce in the fucking Burger King bathroom, and fucking Brittany and fucking Tiffany decide they don't want to let her in there. Brittany and Tiffany are catching the pee-pee. And depending on how much coffee I drank this morning and what my stream's like, I might even aim for the lip. I don't give a fuck, bro. We need more people. We need more people that are a little bit crazy. I think. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like for example, if my mother-in-law, let's say my mother-in-law, I don't have a mother-in-law, but let's say I had a mother-in-law and she was 70 years old, and she wanted to go fucking drop trowel in the Walmart bathroom, and Courtney and fucking Malaya and all her friends decided, well, you know, I got to let her go, so I pee or shit. If I could muster it up and I could go ahead and drop one right in front of them, I'd do it. But it's not. It's not. You can almost guarantee you that I would piss on their fucking haydos. You can count on it.
God
You can count on it. Because, hey, what better way to move mountains than a little bit of piss?
I'm telling you. There's something about piss that just makes people scatter. I don't know what it is.
It's like Moses parting the sea, brother. I mean, oh, this ain't about Judaism. It's about the Bible. Here comes Moses, and I piss right down the middle.
Fucking
Fuck the motherfucker.
Split the Yellow Sea.
God
we
almighty.
need more people to have some balls and step up. I just cannot imagine. Okay, where I live, and it's like what you said, Tom. Like where I live, where you live. Like if we saw that shit, we'd flip our fucking gizzards. I'd be like, what the fuck, you fucking trampoline bitches, get the fuck out of the way before I piss on you. And if they said to me, you won't pee on me, I'd be like, well, you're fucking fuck around and find out. You better go get your daddy. You're the one that's got to explain why you got my fucking DNA all over you dirty little bitches. Like, seriously, fuck that shit, bro. Like, more people need to, the only way you can meet absurd sometimes is with more absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's the only thing you can do. Because I'm not going to sit there and argue with 18 and 19-year-old and 21-year-old little fucking tramp. I'm not doing that shit. I'm going to fucking pee on it.
Hey, I come from the school of, if I tell you what the consequence is and you do it again and you catch that consequence, I don't want to hear shit. If I say, if you touch me again, I'm going to break your fucking arm, and you think you're a badass and you touch me and you wind up with a broken fucking arm, don't be like, what do you do? I told you, motherfucker, that's what's going to happen. Like,
absolutely.
If I say you keep running your mouth, I'm going to rip your fucking jaw off. The motherfucker winds up jawless. That's on him. That's on him.
Well, let's say that I'm able to pee. Like I don't get I don't get like a 6 to 10 foot arch like in softball, like a softball pitch. I would say it's more like a 3 to 5. I'm going to be hitting like midriff range. So if you want to walk through the rest of the mall looking like you peed on yourself, and it's my pee, because I don't care. Like, and even if you turn to run, I may or may not be able to stop once I start. I might take your ass. I might give you a 5 foot head start or something, but I'm gonna walk you down and get a little pee on you.
I can see Thump running with his pants around his ankles, pissing at somebody, just running down.
Yeah, and I'll be like, leave the Jews alone, leave the Gentiles alone. You mustn't fuck with the Gentiles. I'd probably get a fucking. They'd probably give me a bar mitzvah for doing it. I just think it's fucking ridiculous, man. I just think it's ridiculous that people see like they see shit on the news or they see something that's happened a gazillion miles away, and we're taking it up as a social issue here when most of these bitches don't even know what's really going on.
Right.
You know, I can't believe that with all these kids that got killed and these young people that got killed, the young people that got killed at music festivals, et cetera, and how many women were raped and how many kids were murdered, that they're like, oh, well, that's okay because they did it because the Jews have been fucking with them, or the Jews won't give them their land. You know, well, fuck. What if the Native Americans turned on us? You know, and they raided Tuscaloosa, Mississippi, and raped and killed and fucking butchered and you know, which they back in their fucking heyday they were more than capable of doing.
Oh yeah.
You know, I wonder how many motherfuckers would be standing outside the University of fucking Mississippi saying, you know what, they deserve it. You know, they deserve it. I need to fuck them up. Sorry, fuck them. You know, and that's how it is. But I mean, that's how ridiculous it really is. And you know what? The thing is, we would know more about the Indians than they know about what's going on over there. Because all they're doing is listen to either their professors or each other, or you know, and they're like, oh, we can't trust the news. Well, you know, when you start seeing a girl that gets tossed out of a truck with her pants all bloody, is there really much for you? Much else you need to know?
Yeah.
You know, when they tell you that a music festival that your fucking little sorry asses would have been at if you would have been there, because y'all are the type. That's the type. You know, the fucking my God, the little hippie fucking freak. Those are the same kind of people you are, and they butcher them. And the funny thing is, if you'd have been there, they'd have butchered your ass too.
Absolutely.
Without question.
You know what I'm saying? They'd have butchered your ass too. And here you are, taken to New York, fucking up the Thanksgiving parade, and there's college professors out there encouraging this shit. Where's their accountability?
Right.
You know, where's their accountability? How come Bob Harvard isn't going, you motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up? And if y'all are going to talk about this, at least give them the facts. Right. Instead of your complete, total liberal, I don't know what you can say, liberal, asinine opinion.
There is nothing funnier to me than I've seen these fucking American white people that are like, man, we need to get a whole bunch of us together and go over there and fight, you know, for the Palestinians. I'm like, motherfucker, your second foot wouldn't hit the dirt before Hamas either killed or kidnapped you. All right, they don't like you, bro. They don't.
No.
They're not.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Mom, dad, daughter, son, they'll fuck you all. And then they'll fucking butcher you, cut your limbs off, and eat a turkey sandwich while they're doing it.
Yeah.
Or a camel sandwich, whatever the fuck you eat. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, they're fucking stupid. You know, and it's like I've said, man, I truly believe that all males, when they turn 18, if they don't qualify for going to college, should have to serve 2 years in the military. And even if they do qualify for college, as soon as they graduate from college, they should have to do 2 years in the military. Because doing that little bit short, and it's only a 2-year commitment, but it does a couple of different things. One, it makes you not a fucking moron. It grows you up quick.
Mm-hmm.
But two, it gives you an understanding of just how fucking crazy it is outside these borders, you know, and how bad it can get, how fucking absolutely terrifyingly awful it can get. And you don't even have to be in combat to see that.
Yeah,
you can be a fucking nurse, you can be a support troop. You know, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it, or you're gonna hear about it, or you're gonna have a senior NCO that's gonna explain it to you about what he saw. You're gonna get the fucking gist of it. The problem is we've got too many, and it's really funny because I was talking to this kid, Felipe, that I work with. He's 18, goes to Winter Springs High School, and we were just shooting the shit, and we were talking about things. I'm like, you know, and I was like, what's the vibe from like the high school kids? He goes, oh man, we are absolutely 100% behind, you know, Israel because of how fucked up October 7th was. And it's amazing to me that an 18-year-old kid that's in high school and his peers, I mean, they're even sending fucking like their service clubs like Key Club and Junior Exchange, whatever the fuck you call it.
Mm-hmm.
They're sending care packages to the Israeli troops, just like they would American troops. They're sending them care packages. Now, if the high school kids get it, what the fuck is going on at the university? That's what I want to know. Because I don't hear about high school kids they're going right along with college kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like it's a trendy thing to do or something. I don't know, man. God, I hope not. Because no wonder Russia and China think they can walk the dog on it. Because if that's the impression they're getting, I would feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why should they be scared of? Why should they be scared of us? If the people that are going to be defending our country are that fucking stupid, and thank God they're not defending our country, the real kids, we do have some kids that are in the military that are learning the right way,
Well, that's kind of one of the ways that Israel has learned to protect itself is that every male at 18 has to serve 2 or 3 years in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but they're permitted to carry their M16s with them in their daily life. If they've been and then once been in the military, if they are or have once been in the military. So my wife this was like before we were even married. She took a tour over there, and it was all Americans, but they had like young military guys escort them everywhere, and they kept running into other couples. Like couples would be out on dates, and the dude would have his machine gun strapped, over his shoulder, walking through the streets. It was just how it is there. So I mean, that's how they're so quick to respond to shit. It's like everyone within earshot is packing.
Yeah, you don't. I guess too. You don't hear about fucking mass shootings over there either.
Nope. All
We
right.
got that market corner.
All right. Well, let's break for a word from Castel Vodka, and then I want to talk about a woman who got caught with her tongue in the cookie jar. We'll be right back.
Vodka evolved. Castel. Indulge in the red revolution.
Thank you, Castel Vodka, for sponsoring the podcast.
And once again, he interrupts a fucking conversation between us two.
Yeah, I'm sorry I did that, fellas. Next time I'll run a longer commercial.
You can't hear us when you're doing that thing.
Please don't run better help. We got to redo that one. That one's like fucking 20 minutes long.
I know, it's horrible. Anyway, so, in case you're not familiar with a fun little group called Moms for Liberty, they are a bunch of bored white housewives in America, because that's the only place people have this kind of fucking time. A bunch of conservative ass, stick up their ass white women who don't want your children or anyone's children to learn that gay people exist. That's pretty much their mission statement. It might have been more whimsical than that, but I think that's pretty much what they're in business for.
Okay.
So they're exceedingly anti-LGBT. They're anything trans, anything gay, anything whatever. They try to ban all those books. They're the big ones who are banning all the books in Florida. So this in schools.
Period or books in school?
In schools. So this anti-LGBT, the founder, Bridget Ziegler, who is also on the Sarasota County School Board, Bridget Ziegler was caught having threesomes with another chick. The anti-LGBTQ woman was caught with her tongue in the cookie jar.
Well, look, my thing is, I'm okay with it as long as everybody's photogenic.
Fair. Very fair. It's a very fair assessment.
I mean, I'd be the first one to give her a pass as long as everybody's hot. But, you throw a chick chuck in there, and nobody's filming it.
Everybody's calling for her to resign from the school board, which she won't do because...
Let me ask you this. Is this the same chick that's husband got busted for some kind of shit? And they kind of just, it all kind of happened at once and it's totally two different stories, but it's a coincidence? Because I heard about, I don't think that was a full story. I saw something on the news that reminds me of this. And that's why I'm wondering if it's the same story. Because the husband like groped, like he's either an attorney general or a district attorney. I can't remember which one. Not that it matters, but he was groping chicks in the office, like, and cornering them in the elevator, and he took some girl's bra down and licked her titty or shit. They shit canned him, and I think his wife, like, simultaneously got caught up in this threesome. I think it's the same person, but I could be wrong.
It could be, but people are calling for her resignation because this is what these people are. You're wrong if you're not completely straight. She's out there munching carpet.
Yeah, but is she pitching or catching?
Well,
like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. If she was just a regular chick that wasn't bitching about it, no one would care.
No, of course not.
Right.
It's the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
But is it the hypocrisy that is the reason why they want her to step down, or the fact that she had a threesome with other chicks? That part you're not real clear on.
I think the public outrage and her being on the school board by itself was, calls for the resignation. But when I saw these people go up and spit their piece at the school board meeting, you better believe it was like, how dare you?
Okay. I get it. All right. Now that I can get behind. 100%. If the reason why they're kicking her off the job is because she's a hypocrite, morally I can get behind that. But if the reason they're kicking her off is because she had a threesome with other chicks, and they're not speaking upon the hypocrisy thing, then maybe I'm not quite as fired up about it.
Well,
right.
If that makes you guys follow what I'm saying?
I don't have like heat about it. I just love the irony.
It's funny shit.
I'm just upset she's getting paid more than I am.
Serious?
She's hot.
She's pretty hot.
Is she hot?
She's pretty hot.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd have to see the video before I can
Yes, we need evidence.
Yeah. I must investigate.
We need to do a talking shit full scale investigation.
Speaking of that, has there been any update with the crazy fucking lady at Home Depot that took a shit right there in front of everybody?
Nope, but I got a better story than that.
Oh hell!
Let's hear it.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So last Tuesday night. No, Monday night. It was the night before we did those podcasts because I forgot to tell you guys about it. I'm sitting out in the garden, right? And it's like dark. So it's probably 6:30. And I look off and it looks like I see one of our what do you call it? Like a hover around buggy. Like they have at Walmart with the basket.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lady because she had long hair, but with this big dog in the basket, like a big ass dog. She gets closer, and it's taking a minute. Like, I didn't know the speed setting was that slow. Well, when she got close enough, all my fucking questions were answered. basket. There wasn't no dog in this basket. This bitch was a solid 4 city.
God. Oh
Gets
my.
to the part of the garden. She gets to the part of the garden center where you got to go up the little incline,
Mhm.
you know, to get to before you peak to go flat into the garden center, and the fucking thing stops. She goes, I think this thing needs a little more. I think it needs a little more juice. I said, yeah. I said, you want me to go get you another one? I said, if you don't mind. She gets off, and she's like leaning against the big fucking gate that would open and close in the garden center. So she's got plenty of weight holding her up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't work for ASTM or anything, but I would say from an engineering standpoint, we were okay. I get on this fucking cart.
Fuck.
I get on this fucking cart and I hit the button, bro, and that motherfucker goes, woo! So I'm like, I'll be back in a minute, you know, like I'm calling ass away. And I was gonna go get her another one just what the fuck else am I gonna do, you know? So I bang a right and I go in the store and there's my store manager, right? And he's like, what are you doing? Did somebody leave this out in the garden? I was like, no. I said, I don't really know how to handle this. And I explained the situation to him. He goes, all right. He goes, look. He goes, let me come back out with you. He goes, well, wait a minute. So he and I sat there and shot the shit about golf, fucking the Christmas party that I didn't go to because I was doing other shit, hookers, like cocaine, like whatever. We're talking for a good 10 minutes, right?
Right.
So he's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, all right, let's go. I do a Yuli with the same fucking cart, and I'm going back out there, and he's like, we're talking to the lady, and he goes, ma'am, he goes, I'm sorry that you had a bad experience with one of our carts. Rob just brought you another one. But I do need to let you know that you should probably familiarize yourself with all of the safety standards before you. It just says plain as day in big red letters. Maximum capacity, 300 pounds. That bitch looked at me, looked at Terrence. And in the meantime, this girl came at Morgan, she's in high school. She comes out to relieve me off the register, right? So I can take a break. She's like 18. She goes, ma'am, you're just too big to ride that. And I look at Terrence, he's looking at me, and we're both doing everything in our power not break bust out laughing, right? And I said, ma'am, I saved the day. I said, ma'am, what do you need? She goes, I need 12 bags of mulch. I was like, shit. I put her back on the cart, sent her to her car, knowing that I could go pee, eat a bag of Doritos, and drink a whole fucking 1 liter Mountain Dew, load her mulch, and cart it out to her fucking car by the time she was even getting there. So I go back, I load her mulch, I take it out to her car, I put it in her car, and she had the settings set. Like there's a like a slow, and then there's a full speed, right? She had it all the way up. To where all you have to do is push the button, it's gonna go as fast as it'll go. I swear to you, I got the cart from now you guys know how Home Depots are. Yeah. We don't keep those carts at the garden center. We keep them in the right inside the main doors of the middle of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I got that fucking cart all the way across the garden center parking lot, all the way down the fucking sidewalk in the store, backed it up and parked before that bitch left the parking lot.
God, Jesus fuck.
And I'm telling you, it took her 7 minutes. She wasn't parked right behind the garden center. She was parked like in the next, because the garden center right now has the Christmas tree lot, right? And then there's a parking spot with like maybe 8 spaces on each side. She wasn't there. She was on the next one over. On the far side, maybe 5 cars back. So she was 100 yards probably from the garden center doors, and probably 150 to 200 yards from the main doors in different directions. You know what I mean? I got that car all the way inside the store, backed up and plugged in. I'm walking out and I see her pulling away. And I'm thinking to myself, how long did it take her to get in the car? And in the meantime, I'm watching her with these bags of mulch, and her fucking car is doing the gangster.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm not like, I don't like to really make fun of fat people. That's not really my thing. But I mean, like, if you know you're $4.50, like you're $4.50, and you ain't got but $3 in the cart, all you have to do, and I told her this, I was like, look, if you need more mulch, all you got to do is just call us, and we'll have the shit waiting, and a loader waiting for you when you pull up. We'll throw it in the car.
Right.
And all I have to think of is, when this bitch gets home, then what?
Not your problem at that point.
That mulch could be in that motherfucker until next Christmas. But she bought the black shit, the expensive shit. You know, the black mulch.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that shit will turn white. It'll look like snow by the time she puts it out.
That's so crazy.
And I even asked Terrence, I was like, bro, how the fuck? He's like, you handled this the best way you could. He goes, I didn't even think to ask her what she was there for. You know, because right now it's Christmas trees, poinsettias, you know, ornaments, the tree stands are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the Christmas shit is out in garden. It's underneath the overhang, but it's in garden.
Okay.
And it just dawned on me that maybe it was something I could get her where we wouldn't have to watch her destroy a fucking $3,000 cart, you know, trying to go get. And the thing is, I think she thought she was going to put 10 bags of mulch in the front of that bitch. Can you imagine?
Gosh, shit.
If that thing has a transmission, it wouldn't anymore. There's 12 bags of mulch. That's 600 pounds. That's 50 pounds a piece. I'm talking about the big,
yeah,
the black, the big, you know, it's about 46 pounds a piece. So a safe estimate is 480 pounds. So she's doubling the weight. And she thought the battery, like, I think the battery's dead. Oh. And I got on that motherfucker, and it was like, wow.
God damn.
Well, man, there's a payload issue.
Yeah. I mean, I know some of our viewers and listeners are gonna be like, hey, don't body shame, blah 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 blah. But I mean, like, it's kind of like when a 90-year-old man comes in there, and at 8, like, we close at 8. The garden center usually closes right at 8 o'clock, right? He'll come in there at 7:65 and want 15 bags of rock. Well, our loader's gone.
Right.
And he'll be like, hey, can somebody help me get 15 bags of rock? And the only person that's out there is me. And I can help him load into his car because I can still see my register. The problem is I can't go get the rocks because then I got to leave the register. You follow me?
Right.
I have to go all the way to the back of the garden center to get him his rock. So, and by the time I call somebody from inside to come out and help, you know, but people just don't use common sense. They don't. And when you tell them shit, they think that you're fucking with them. You know, and it's like, look, man, the garden center closed at 8 o'clock for a reason. There's alarms, and there's sprinklers coming on in 10 minutes, you know, that are gonna wash this fucking place. You know, like, our sprinklers, the reason we close at 8 is so that all the watering is done by 10 for whatever reason. And that's so that from 10 to 11, the night garden center guy, which will be me, can come out and make sure all the stacks are all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I got a promotion at work. Still, and I don't know if Tom told you, but I got a promotion. But the bottom line is, we do everything for a reason. And when people show up at 8 o'clock and I had a guy one time want us to put a pallet of fucking mulch on his truck. Well, the guy who would be putting that on the truck is either at lunch at 8 o'clock because he knows from 8 to 9 the sprinklers are going to be on, or 8:10 to 9:10 the sprinklers are going to be on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when he takes his lunch. You know, and you explain that to them, they look at, I don't give a fuck. I don't care to this. Well, then go fucking load them yourself. Go back there and take 45 bags of mulch and put them on a cart, wheel them out, and put them on your fucking truck by yourself in the next 8 to 9 minutes. And bring a raincoat, motherfucker, because you're probably going to need it.
Right.
You know? It's just, you know, and I understand, you know, the consumer's always right, blah, 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 blah. Well, the consumer's always wet. You fucking come to the garden center at 8:10, you want more. you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Home Depot problem. But yeah, the investigation into the lady that took a shit continues. Because when I asked the AP, when I asked the AP guy about it, he said that he's like, and he had to give me the politically correct answer. He's like, you know, we do have some people with some mental health problems that come in Minnesota. And I'm like, yeah, but that bitch took a shit in front of the fucking men. Like, she didn't take a shit in lumber. She didn't go out to the garden and smell. Like, we have bag cow manure out there. Like, we sell bag cow, which cracks me up. People pay $8 a bag for cow shit.
Right.
But I'm like, she didn't go out to the fucking cow shit section and take a shit in front of the cow shit. That bitch took a shit 10 feet from where you're supposed to go take a shit. Well, you know, we're still looking into it. We've seen our video before doing other shit, but not shoplifting. You know, like she took her pants off one time. She took her pants off one time, turned them inside out, and put them back on. I heard.
The fuck? The actual fuck?
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
There's a guy, supposedly, that comes in there and wants to test drive the riding lawnmower, and will raise holy hell if we don't let him test drive the lawnmower. You know, the riding lawnmower. And we only have like 3 that are actually assembled, you know, that are floor models, and we don't put gas in them, you know, because we want to sell them as floor models without gas in them.
Right.
But he's like, yeah, people are buying their shit without test driving it. I'm like, no, we just hoping you take off our fucking word that they work. How about that?
Yeah.
You know, we have sawzalls in here too. We're not gonna let you cut our fucking wood. You know, we have drills in here too. We're not gonna let you drill through the wall.
Right.
Fuckhead. But yeah, that's
a bunch of dumbasses.
Jesus Christ.
What's this about Kanye?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure everyone's familiar with Kanye West.
Sure.
He's
I heard he's put a couple songs out before.
yeah, he's produced some stuff. He's dabbled.
Is he
He's
still
dabbled.
banging one of the Kardashians?
Not
He
anymore. He
banged
used to
one
be
of them.
married to Kim.
Don't they have kids together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Northwest.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Nope.
You guys are serious?
Serious.
Come
Dead.
on.
Like on birth certificate, first name North, last name West.
Yes.
Good thing that it's not. My first name isn't West and her last
All
name
right,
is
that
Side
girl's career's
Story.
gonna go straight south.
Is she doing music already? Or is she too little?
Oh, she's not old enough yet, I don't think.
Oh,
She doesn't
I'm a
need
You guys
to.
bang Kim Kardashian?
She doesn't need to make music. She can just be like her mom and make money doing absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah.
So
You
anyway,
guys bang Kim Kardashian?
here is a picture of Kanye West, and alongside Kanye West is a picture of Kanye West in a black KKK hood.
not
This-
gonna lie, I
do
thought
tell.
you first sent me an executioner picture.
Is that what he's supposed to be?
It's a
Or
KKK
he's
thing.
just a bad,
No,
right, but it's not just a bad costume and he's an idiot.
no,
I mean, he's an idiot, but
he meant to do that. He meant to do that. He's had some weird anti-Semitism thing going on for a few years now. I don't know. He's lost his fucking mind, but I don't know, man. College dropout, need to go back to fucking school. I know that much. Jesus Christ.
He's a Republican legit, right?
Oh yeah.
Is he a legit Republican?
Oh yeah. Kanye is the one who said that. What did he say about that slavery was a choice?
Yeah, I do remember seeing something about that a while back.
Yeah. He's a fucking loony bin. Fucking.
You know, I
Rich
wonder
people
if
are stupid.
his publicists just sit around and they're like, you know what? Let's fuck with everybody. Let's say that Kanye said this or Kanye said that. Because I can't believe the guy with that much He apparently has talent. I mean, I'm not a fan of his music. Not that I'm not a fan of hip hop. I'm just not really a fan of Kanye's music.
I don't even know if I
Like,
can name 5 songs he's done.
I can name one, and that's Mercy. Lamborghini Mercy. Like, I know that song.
I don't even know that.
I kind of dug it. It was kind of cool because he had that fucking woman singing in gibberish in the beginning of it, which is kind of cool. He's different.
No fucking clue.
But he tried so hard to be different. I think that I don't.
I actually
I don't
really,
want to think.
I really dug his first 3 albums.
Yeah, I mean, before he got in the rep, you mean?
No, it was,
stuff all up. Maybe
after
that made
that.
him talk.
His first
Oh,
album, his jaw was still wired shut from the accident.
How the fuck do you do that?
He had one big
How do you
hit.
laugh?
He had one big hit where you could tell his he couldn't open his mouth. He was like, "Oh, you know, you could tell," but it was a hit. It was dope. He was able to pull it off.
I mean, I am a hip hop. I'm a fan of hip hop. It's not not really him.
Through the Wire is what it was called because he had wires. Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Through the Wire. He's fucking creative, man. He is a creative genius. There is no doubt.
Sure.
He's
Not
produced.
Not with that.
He's produced some of the anthems in hip hop. He's produced songs that you never even knew he produced. Like it.
Right.
You could go through his shit, and he's done songs with 30 Seconds to Mars and like rock groups, and like it's you know he's brilliant at the music game.
Red Hot Chili Peppers too.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, but he's just lost his fucking mind. Yeah.
Or he's just fucking with people. I'd love to know. I'd love to find out. I am fucking young. I'm not really crazy.
Yeah, I don't
There was
know.
a thing on TikTok the other day where like every other thing I saw was Eminem's dead. Eminem died today. Like every other one in the morning, and then it stopped, and there was not any more of them.
Yeah,
Or he's unalive.
Eminem can't die.
No.
He's
we thought the same thing about Betty White, and we see what happened.
Right. The gods can't die.
She made it to 100, man.
Yeah.
And I want to know what these guys are thinking. They come up with these diss tapes for Eminem, unless it's so they can get the rub.
That's what it is for the most part, because he doesn't even respond to 90% of the shit that people throw at him, because it's like, why would I make you famous? You know?
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. I bet Machine Gun Kelly's people paid him millions to do that.
Machine Gun Kelly got beat down so bad, he switched genres.
Yeah.
Started
So did Ja Rule.
Started singing
Ja Rule,
fucking 13-year-old girls.
Yep.
Yeah, he murders careers, man. He kills careers. You notice that you haven't heard any new music from Mariah Carey in several years.
Yeah, but we still deal with the fucking Christmas song every
That
goddamn
song
year.
fucking.
Wasn't Eminem banging her?
They were dating for a short while, and then they were all talking shit back and forth, and she released that song, "Why You So Obsessed with Me," and dressed up like him walking through the streets, and then he was like, "All right, fine."
Quick. Raise your hand if you would not bang Mariah Carey. Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mariah Carey is hot as fuck.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
I
not
just
going
found
to
out the
turn
other
down
day
that done.
I heard the other day that fucking 50 Cent banged Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vivica Fox. Who's that white comedian that he was with for a while? Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
But they were a thing, though, right? Was they like dating or something?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been with
And I still think Chelsea Handler's funny as shit. She's nuts. My favorite girl comedian right now is Nikki Glaser. That bitch is crazy.
Yeah, she's funny as shit.
Did you see that cartoon of the guy that kid tried to get him to drink toilet water?
No.
I
Yes.
sent it to yeah, I sent it to both of you guys.
Oh, okay.
Where it's a cartoon. It's the guy that you say always takes his shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
Bert Kreischer.
Yes. Go back through the message I sent you today, and it'll say something about animation. That dude, he's sitting there, and his buddy's kid comes up and hands him a glass of water, and the guy's like, "Don't drink that." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because he's not tall enough to reach the sink." And the kid, he's like, "All right." So Bert's like, "All right, kid, if you want me to drink, you take a sip." The kid goes, "No." He's like, "Come on, sit." His buddy's like standing over there going, "Look, man, he got that from the fucking toilet. He's not tall enough to reach the sink." And he's like, "All right, man, you first." The kid's like, "Nope." He's like, "Where'd you get it from?" He goes, "The sink." He's like, "Then take a sip." He goes, "Nope." You gotta watch it. It's funny as shit. I'm not even giving it justice, but it's hilarious. When we're done, you gotta see that.
Dude, Bert Kreischer has the craziest fucking life I've ever heard of. You know that movie Van Wilder was about him. Remember Van Wilder, Ryan Reynolds? Yeah, that was about Bert Kreischer.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a fucking maniac.
Him
and Theo are funny as shit. When they're on together, Theo?
Yeah.
I forgot his last name.
Gone.
Yeah. When they're together, dude, that's what it's fucking, the stories they tell us hilarious.
Yeah. And that whole Russian thing, all that's true. Like absolute crazy. He was basically, like you said, he was in college for most of the 90s. But he was like national party animal of the year a couple of times. Like insane.
Wow.
And he still drinks like fucking crazy amounts.
He was in college for most of the 90s. There are some wealthy parents that are very tolerant of your bullshit.
Yep.
Like, how do you sell that? How do you sell it to your parents? "Oh, I'm getting my master's degree."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, law school don't even take 10 years, does it?
No.
We're college?
Nope. 7.
7 years? Is it 7, 3, or 4 and 3?
Yeah.
Is it 4 and 3? Yeah.
Too much fucking school. Well, this has been fun, guys. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
started kind of somber, but when the jokes started cracking, it turned really nice.
Yeah.
Well, you
Now I
guys-
gotta deal with the idea of not having golden showers consistently.
No, I don't pee on myself, dude. I'll pee on others for political reasons.
It's a weapon.
Yeah, it's moral
Use it
imperative.
as an attack thing.
Yeah.
And y'all can see that on onlyfans.com/Draven's G spot. Go for the premium content.
Yes.
That's where Thomp's golden showers are.
12% off,
If you
12
want me
inches
to
or
send you
more.
my pee,
12%
you
off,
want me to
12
send
inches
my
or
pee?
more.
if you want me to send you my pee, hit up my Cameo.
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Or my feet. I don't care.
Like, how would
Underwear.
you like logistically make that happen? Like, would you just be like ambling by, hoping nobody, and then just, or would you like walk up, cock in hand, just straight up, "Hey, I'm coming to piss on you"? Like, how would you?
I'll fire a warning shot. I'll send a shot across the bow. Across the bow. You gotta let them know you mean business. 'Cause if you walk up and say, "Hey, if you don't stop what you're doing, I'm gonna pee on you," they're just gonna look at you like, "Yeah, right." But if you fucking shoot one across the bow, a near miss, give them a chance to do the whole double shuffle backwards, like whoa. If you fire that first shot, you can say, "Hey."
Yeah, but the problem is you're too old to pinch it off like that.
No, I'm not. No, not when it's a moral imperative. No. I mean, it's like Steven Seagal. You know how good he does jiu-jitsu, right? You see how old that motherfucker is?
Yeah.
That's me. Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
You got that marksmanship badge.
Yeah. Ask Jackie. She knows.
That bitch is a
She came
fucking
up
black
to
belt in
me,
his jutsu.
No, she came up and scratched me one time when I was taking a shit, and I chased her all the way down the hallway of my mom's house, trying to pee on her ass. She was a little too fleet. She was just a little too fleet of foot, or that her bitch ass would have been yellow. Right, that's before we got. That's before we got better acquainted. Now she knows. All she asks me now is don't fart on her, and I'm semi-compliant. I'm semi-compliant.
Well, it might not
You
be
know.
directly on her, but it'll certainly be in the room.
No, but she'll get all the way under the covers, right? And I'll be like about to go to sleep, and she'll fucking rip one under the covers. And it's almost like being in a toaster oven situation, but you're breathing air. You know, if you lift the covers, and sometimes curiosity gets the better of me. Because I'll hear it, and I'll raise the blanket a little bit and go, "You stupid motherfucker! You knew better."
Dude, dog farts are atrocious. My
God.
dog.
Hey, she farted. I was feeding her pedigree wet food, and she fucking loved it. Chunky steak time, whatever. That bitch farted. She farted one time outside near me, and went to dry food, and ain't had pedigree since. It's no worse than fart spray, bro.
Out of my.
I will feed her a 4-course Thanksgiving meal before I'll give her a fucking pedigree again after that. It smelled like swampy, shitty pedigree. I knew that's what it was. There was no debate. Now that bitch is eating kibbles and bits and liking it.
Oh my god. That's fucking crazy.
Right now she is. Look at her.
Unfucking believable.
Well, on that
But
note.
anyway, it's almost time for me to poop. So I'm rocking back and forth.
Alright. We can wrap this up then.
Yeah.
For Draven Grimes and Thump Dupree, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit.